Check out one of my ebooks, audiobooks, or paperbacks down below in the description. Start the clock.
Thank you very much.
I think you said nobody was going to have masks on for the first time in a long time.
Maskless people.
There you go. Maskless people.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, wow, look at that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow, these people fucking love me. I don't know what I am. It must be the mask. You're not wearing this. The first time in 2 years I have seen an audience. Now that things are opening up, I was out with a bunch of people there. They said, let's go someplace expensive. So I took them to a Chevron station.
Well, wait. I saw that exact same joke all over the internet before this episode aired. So either the writers are stealing from somebody, or it's just a joke that everyone was bound to create. Or a lot of people.
He's sitting by himself at the end of a ridiculously long table, all by himself. He's like a cross between Ivan the Terrible and Howie Mandel.
Probably afraid of getting assassinated.
In the mid-60s, you'll know much better than I, there was a civil rights movement, and that was definitely on the streets in the north of Ireland, and that was expressing the dissatisfaction of in the north, as you rightly say, the minority Catholic population who believed that they were not free to the same kinds of social and economic opportunities as
I never knew that.
Protestant population of the UK-controlled north. There was the biggest displacement of population in a European city since the end of the Second World War. And hundreds of thousands of Catholics were forced to move, and there was a population rearrangement which began, as you say,
that's crazy.
A dark period in the history of that part
and
of
I'm
the
a
world,
Catholic.
30 years of the Troubles.
And it's so interesting, I mean, the way you bring it home.
Cafeteria Catholic, but
and you had
Catholic.
Good parents.
That really difficult thing to do of disagreeing fundamentally with someone, not translating, to then hating them or rejecting them, but doing the even more difficult thing of actually trying to understand them. That was what the example he said.
Sounds like right now.
I'm thinking for myself.
There you go.
About this issue. Well, you moved to England, right?
Yeah, we moved to England.
No, you're Irish, but you moved to England.
Yeah.
Is that why you speak British?
Yeah, I guess it is. It's across the. I guess
I'm British.
It's because
the nuns were married to Christ.
Yes.
And apparently he was not putting out because they were. They were mean. You worry that the troubles could begin again?
You know how The Simpsons predicted a lot of stuff. Star Trek predicted a lot of stuff too. And then Star Trek: The Next Generation, they said that in the year 2024, I think it's 2024, a rebellion is going to take place in Ireland, Northern Ireland. Some terrorism is going to go down, and Ireland will be united. That would be crazy if it happened.
the coping mechanisms that said families try to use. And
Yeah,
what is that?
no, it's-
Laughter,
Yes.
music, dancing, ad hoc parties, you name it, all the stuff that for a second releases you from the terrible pressure and tension and unhappiness created by holding these fixed positions where you choose not to understand what someone opposite you is trying to say. And it's a lesson we all have to learn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You did it beautifully.
Thank you.
You know, you did Henry V, you did Hamlet, and people said, oh, this guy is like our generation's Laurence Olivier. And I just want to say, you did it. That's exactly what you did. You became this generation's Laurence Olivier.
Well, thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure to meet you, sir. Okay, she is the deputy opinion editor of Newsweek and author of Bad News, How Woke Media is Undermining Democracy. Batya Ungar-Sargon. Great to see
Conservative.
Why aren't the headlines saying the two sides are willing to accept some of the same conditions? They're moving towards each other. You only
Because
read
war
about that
sells
in the
more.
Israeli news. Why is that? Why aren't we helping them to end this? Why are we escalating in our media?
Same thing with Trump, I think, and his Trump. I'm going to be the savior of this country. They were both wrong, but that's what he thought. I'm going to get Ukraine back. This is our Slavic birthplace.
But I don't know why you're making us sound like the villains here. We're in a really tough spot, you know? I mean, we want to help the Ukrainians, but we don't want to start World War III. And I mean, we can be critical of our own government's actions, but let's not take our eye off the ball. The villain here is Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin.
Gotta watch out with Russia, man.
All due respect,
But not Iraq.
it sounds to me like you're going through all these ways in which we are not dealing properly with Putin. Let's put the blame where it lies.
And the guy comes up to him and he says, hey, buddy, my wife, she's sick. She needs an operation. I'm the money. Can you give me money? If you don't give me money, my wife's going to die. And the guy says, well, I could give you the money, but how do I know you're going to go right back into the casino and drop it on the tables? And the guy says, oh, I got gambling money. Because money is fungible. You know, we're going to cut off Russian oil, but I'm going to go and beg Saudi Arabia,
Venezuela,
and Iran, the people who, like, a few weeks ago, we cut off and wouldn't buy their oil because they were the bad guy.
You're making a great argument for energy independence, and you're making a great argument for cleaner energy.
The news keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, we found out this week the Amazon has reached this tipping point. If we don't save it now, it's going to become savanna, which I'm not sure.
It's always a
I
tipping
don't
point.
think it's nice and wet.
Can't always claim that, man.
I live in the suburbs, but I need a truck that can pull a redwood over a whale. And you know, Trump, of course, is just going to pull stuff out of his ass on this issue. He always, remember when I was president, gas was 99 cents? And then the next, a week later, gas was 49 cents when I was, but gas was free. I think we all remember it was free gas.
Tribalism.
Tribalism, yes.
We've become so extreme that we routinely let the perfect be the enemy of the good, and that's true on the right and the left both.
That's true about tribalism, but I was asking on Twitter, or reading on Twitter, about who started that extreme ideology. I had to think back. I think the first ones to break party, to create a more extreme version of their party, and I think it was the Tea Party. And they came out of Obama, during Obama's presidency. Who knows what the actual reason why they did that, but it was during Obama.
She starts using her wedding ring to open bottles. Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's not about politics. That's a mirage. The divide in America is about class. Second question.
Wow.
This is, and you'll forgive me, sir. So when
Sir?
I'm about to talk about the New York Times.
You can say anything you want about the Times, you just can't call me sir. That's not
Let's not find the truth. Let's say the thing that we know our audience is going to go,
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
That's the problem. I'm sorry, I have to end it. We got to go to New Rules.
New rules, everybody. New rules. What the fuck?
New rule, someone has to get in touch with Vladimir Putin's mistress, the gymnast Alina Kabeva, and ask her what she's smiling about. New rule, these people in Veracruz participating in the annual Holy Burial of Christ celebration by dressing up as clowns and parading around town have to ask themselves, exactly what are we doing again? Celebrating Jesus by dressing up like clowns? Everybody knows you celebrate the resurrection with the big bunny who delivers eggs. Who, when asked what went wrong with Ukraine, said, well, what went wrong was a rigged election.
Oh my God. This guy.
Kanye thinks less about Pete Davidson than Trump thinks about the rigged election. I want to thank Batya Ungar-Sargon,
He was
Frank
good.
Bruni, and Kenneth Branagh.
He was real
Now
good.
go to YouTube and join us on Overtime. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Oh, look, we got a stand-
Catch you on the next one.